got the kind of stuff that I like to do. All right, my bro. Double dog, Big Zed in the Sam Powell, goddamn.
You hit it out the park.
You said
Good morning out there, Deputy Dog, Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee.
I'm kind of good down here. We'll see you now.
Golden numbers, I hear you up in there, I do. I hear Deer Slayer up in there. I hear a whole bunch of great big old heavy hammers out there in the world of sound right about this 10:36. I figure I'd get out there one time and say hello and good day. Oh, golden numbers, if you got a sloppy copy. Motor Mouth Mall waving and look around the Bahamas. Hope you had a good conversation with your dad yesterday on the phone. You never come back, but Mother Nature dipping and dabbing from time to time. Hard to say what really happened, but I hope everything is all well and swell around your stack of bricks. Mr. Golden Numbers around the Bahamas. Motor Mouth Mall cruising and got down breaker.
Well,
all right, Deputy Dog, yeah, I'm going to go get something, man. I think we got some leftover chicken we made on the smoker the other day, so I might heat that kind of picker up with a little bit of baked beans or something and a big glass of iced tea. Take care. Catch you later on, Deputy Dog, Deer Slayer, Sam Paws.
they told me that with a good piece of acting was good.
Ooh, getting rough and tough out there right now. Hey, Deer Slayer, tell Deputy Dog that I said hello too. Motor Mouth Mall cruising this thing. I walked on through break. That sounds pretty daggum good too, Deputy Dog, no doubt. And hey, Motor Mouth keyed up and said to tell you hello. He said good morning to you there, Tim Poor. All right, buddy. He's saying hello back to you, Motor Mouth Mall. Good morning to you also, and good morning 2020. I heard you pop up in there that time also. I'm gonna go to the lunch table and check back in after lunch. You guys have a good one on the west side. Take care, Deputy Dog 2020 and Motor Mouth Mall. Deer Slayer, Sam Piles, back to the lunch table. I'm back out. All right, there, Deer Slayer. Sounds good. Well, I'm glad to have been able to catch you out there briefly. Brief as it was. Always a pleasure with the double measure. Take care of 73s. We'll catch you a little bit later on. 7-3s one more time. Deer Slayer, Motor Mouth Mall, your West Coast beast. Dropping a hammer from time to time. Right here, right now. And tell Machete I said hello too. I know Machete is out there. Machete ain't too far away. Lingering in the bushes. Well, he ain't got no bushes. He got shrubs. Let me get my knees up in the breeze. I got now break. Yeah, I haven't heard him in about the last 45 minutes or so, but he was in there. I don't know if he's still reading the mail or not, but hey, Machete. 229 back out of the way. Slayer, yeah, I think he was talking to Golden Numbers. I think he was talking to Golden Numbers over there in the Bahamas just a minute or two ago. So he's out there just Mother Nature dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping, you know, shifting around. Shucking and jiving. You know how Mother Nature does. All right, I'm going to get back on the side. Take care of 7-3s. Deer Slayer, Motor Mouth Mall, your West Coast undermodulated beast. Got down.
Hey, Deer Slayer, you got to drop the other Charlie 2
Who was that calling Motor Mouth Mall break? I heard you, I did, but I didn't get the 28. I didn't get the 28, but I did hear you calling Motor Mouth Mall. Radio station Motor Mouth Mall, the West Coast beast. Dropping a hammer from time to time. I got down, breaker.
get out of here with 225, pretty boy, Bahamas, got down.
Hello out there in the Bahamas. Hey, what are you doing your thing out there from the Bahamas, coming out here on the central coast of California? I want to say good morning time to you. Motormouth Mall, good afternoon, I guess. Yeah, I guess that would be good afternoon out there on your neck of the woods. Radio station Motormouth Mall stepping. One fat watt at a time. I got down, breaker.
Jump on this record.
Well, I gotta leave them all in the mall when you do it like that. They're chop. A chop, a pork chop. I gotta leave them all in the mall. When you run up in there like that with all that ground plane, all up in here, you ain't playing around with the ground plane. Chop. I hear you out there. I do Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down, breaker. Hello there, 229. They got you up in there also. You smoking. Hello, 229. Motormouth Mall looking and waving right there, right now, break.
Just want to say how to do the better days this evening time. That's just the minute right now, because we sounded good this evening. Got that hammer down. Look at 229, baby.
But you sounded good over here, too, eh? 229, ain't no doubt about that. You sounded good over here, and you're making a trip in fine style around my neck of the woods. That's for doggone sure. It's all you right there, right now, wall to wall, 229. A 229 Motormouth Mall waving. I got down. Break on.
I put it back on the crate there. Man, that real skinny there, my little driver, baby.
That skinny boy driver is working. That skinny boy driver is working in fine style for you. Keep on with it, keep it on. Motormouth Mall waving and stepping. One fat watt at a time, right there, right now. I got down, break out.
I ain't gonna be talking between the keys. I just wanted to holler at you because you called my name. Lowrider, Lake Charles, 075. Say, have a great day, and I'm getting on out the way.
Well, I'll look down there around Lake Charles and all over the place one time. See if I can make a bit of noise down there from time to time. Motormouth Mall working this thing. And they got all the way down, break.
I'm gonna get up out here and eat my lunch. Motormouth, 075, so you got it going on in Central Florida. I'm gonna stand down and eat my lunch. 075 is rocking on.
Hey, 075. I appreciate you letting me know that they got something going on over there on your neck of the woods. Hey, 075, have a good day. Enjoy your Tuesday to its absolute fullest. 075, Motormouth Mall, working this thing right here, right now. I got down, break up.
Oh, geez, Motormouth, you be the man right now, Scambo. You be the man out here around Central Florida. You be the man, Motormouth. I'm going on the lunch. Have a great day, and I'm getting out the way. Bye.
Bye. I appreciate that. You let me know I'll be the man at the moment, but that's just a Mother Nature thing. At any given time, the tables can turn. Hey, you know how the tide goes up and the tide goes down? The tide fluctuates. Well, so does the man in your radio from time to time. It's a Mother Nature thing. I'm only going to take what I get. Take what I get when I get what I get when Mother Nature gives me what I get. Hey, to you one more time, 075. You got that mall down.
I had to put it in the gun to get it. Hey,
Wow, Big Daddy in the sand pile. You pumped that thing up a little bit. Hey, Big Daddy around the sand pile. I see what you did over there. You pumped that thing up a little bit. Hey, Big Daddy in the sand pile. You got that mall down too. Big Daddy in the sand pile. If you got a grip on my lip, Motormouth Mall cruising this thing. One fat watt at a time. I got down breaker.
I tell my friend, I say, hello, good to hear you back on the band. Tell my friend, Big Daddy, Mr. Golden Number say, I'm glad he's back on the band.
Yes, Jeff, what the big Golden Numbers. You should tell your friend Big Daddy that you say it's good to hear him back on the band. Golden Numbers, you said to tell Big Daddy, you said good to hear him back on the band. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, Big Daddy, welcome back to the band. I hope everything is all okay and well swell around your stack of bricks. Big Daddy, Motormouth Mall, waving and stepping. Golden Numbers, waving and stepping and waving at you and welcoming you back to the band. Back to the band. I could say that right. Take care one more time. Big Daddy, Motormouth Mall, waving. Golden Numbers. I rolled your 5 and kept it all the way alive. I'm only hoping I can make a trip out there on your neck of the woods one time. Golden Numbers, Mr. 711, Motormouth Mall, you West Coast beast. Got down.
You're a good friend of mine. Hey, Motormouth Mall, sound good like you always do, man. Bump me down when I can. Motormouth Mall, Big Daddy,
Big Daddy, you say he's a good friend of yours, and you said thank you, and hello right back. Hey, Big Daddy, rolling a big old friendly 5 and a hello over there to Golden Numbers, over there in the Bahamas. Motormouth Mall way out here on the central coast of California, keeping that 5 all the way alive. I got down, break up.
Chop, say, how did ground playing sound right there? Hey, Motormouth, Chop, put another pea in the pot to make it hot on this electric ground playing. Motormouth, Chop, on this electric ground playing is getting down.
Hey, Chop, you got that electric ground plane working, and you put another spicy pea in the pot to make it hot. Hey, you say you got that electric ground plane working. I guarantee tell you put another spicy pea in the pot to make it hot. Ain't no doubt about that. It's working too. Ooh, hey, Chop, Motormouth Mall waving right there, break 'em. Right there.
Hey, Motormouth, I'm on this electric ground. I'm on it, Hey, Motormouth, Chop, sound working electric ground playing downtown Tampa, Florida. Get a little on Motormouth. Pork Chop on this electric ground playing is getting down. Bye-bye.
Tender Pork Chop, well, you got that electric ground plane working too. Check this out one time.
Ground playing downtown Tampa, Florida. Get a little on Motormouth. Pork Chop on this electric ground playing is getting down. Bye-bye.
There you go. You working that electric ground plane in fine style. Pork Chop. Motormouth Mall, you West Coast beast. Got down, breaker.
Hey, Motormouth, play this back. Mr. Golden Numbers, electric quad. Hey, Motormouth, play this back from Pork Chop. Mr. Golden Numbers, electric quad is built yourself.
Mr. Golden Numbers, well, you're working the electric quad. Hey, Golden Numbers. Hey, Pork Chop, I got the electric 5/8 wave ground plane and I got the electric quad. I got you both all up in here, ain't no doubt about that. You do it in quad fashion, the two. Hey, Golden Numbers, you doing that thing in quad fashion. Motormouth Mall stepping right there. Right now I got down, break.
Man, Pork Chop.
Keep that quad up in there and keep that thing doing what it's doing out there in the world of the sound. Ain't no doubt about that. Mr. Golden Numbers, I heard somebody could roll up in there. Was that 229? Somebody rolled up in there. They made a big old hammer up in here. But I didn't get who that was. Let me listen up a little bit more better over here on this end. Motormouth Mall stepping right there. Breaker.
This electric ground plan. Hey, Motormouth, chop.
I don't know. That was that pork chop set on the center. Hey, witch doctor. That pork chop on the center.
Oh, Big Daddy, I'm back quiet.
That was Big Daddy with the big hammer out there. That was Big Daddy out there with the great big old hammer out there, and I believe Golden Numbers might be talking to Witch Doctor. Tell, do me a big old favor and tell Witch Doctor I said hello. I didn't know he was out there. Let me get my knees up in the breeze. Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down, breaker.
411 on the old school Elkin. I'll say it again.
Well, 411, while you working that Elkin, old school Elkin. 411, the old school Elkin is working for you. I believe you say this, four tube Elkin over there is working for you there, 411, Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down, break.
Yeah, Motormouth. I must be, I ain't pay my electric bill. Let me get out of here, I'm gone.
No, you don't need to pay the electric bill. You just, tell them, tell them you want you'd pay them in 10 years. Just tell them you're going to pay the installments starting in 10 years, and it'll just keep on giving you electricity that break.
Hey, Roger. Well, some of the guys got electric roads, electric quads. All I got is an electric bill. Motormouth Mall, I'm gone.
It's funny that you mentioned that, 'cause that's all I got, too. I ain't got no electric quad, I ain't got no electric 5/8 wave, and I ain't got no electric Yagi. And all I do have is it's a great big old electric bill. Ain't no like you and me too, man. Same thing. There's a great big old electric bill they're breaking.
Who do? Yeah, they're right. All right, let me get out of here, man, and finish listening. I just had to key up and say electric bill. Big L Motormouth Mall, David T is 10-6 on the side. I'm 10-7 on transmission, 10-8 on receive. I'm going. Bye-bye.
10-4, sounds good there, David T. Walker. And David T. Walker, I appreciate the gates you make out there, and appreciate you doing whatever trickery it is you do on that end. I'm not sure what kind of magic you do, what kind of trickery you do, but whatever you do on your end, the voodoo that you do on your end to make me sound like I do, I appreciate that. I don't think it's all mean. I don't know. It's probably mostly Mother Nature, but you're doing something on your end, too, because you make me sound some kind of good. I appreciate the gates. In all seriousness, the time it takes to do what you do, to put the people's handles on there in the order they show up, more or less, or whatever. To do that takes a lot of time. And when you got a long gate, half hour, hour-long, couple-hour-long gate, and you do that, that shows that you're taking time. Time that you could be doing a lot of other things. So we do appreciate what you do out there. David T. Walker, Motormouth Mall, stepping right there, breaker.
Hey, yeah, Tim, are you? Well, like I told the guys on Facebook, man, I ain't looking for no cap nigga pats on the back. I ain't looking for no thumbs up. I ain't looking for no subscribers. All I just do it just to be Watergate, man, so people can go back and hear how this station sound. And I'm not doing no cap nigga magic. Exactly what I hear is what y'all hear, so that's how this station sound. Hey, Motormouth Mall, I don't do no magic. That's exactly how your station sound. Alright, let me back this cow nigga down. Put it on the 10-7 transmission side, 10-8 receive. David T. Walker, bye.
Again, yeah, I don't think, most people I don't think do the water gates. They don't do the water gates for the pat on the back, unless, of course, they're in a fight and they want to prove that they won. I do think most people, I know the reason I do the gates is so people can hear what they're doing and benchmark either against themselves from one day to the next or from one station to the next. They can make the changes. They can do whatever they want to make the corrections or modifications to achieve what it is they may want to achieve. And some people's different, it's like cars. You've got people that are into drag racing. You've got people that just like show cars. You've got people that like big old monster trucks with all that chrome and paint underneath that never see a dust or mud or anything like that. Different strokes for different folks. But there are those who want to be able to hear what they've got going on as accurately as they can. And, the best we can do is try to provide a little something that can fulfill that desire. And that's what we do. So, yeah, neither you nor I or nobody that I know really does water gates to try to get a pat on the back. I mean, everybody likes to hear a thank you for the gate, but that's not really the reason for it. The reason is to help everybody out and to perpetuate the hobby. And this hobby is dying, ultimately. And the more we can do to try to help the hobby along and help those who want to get involved, the better, So anyway, hey, David T. Walker, have a wonderful day out there. Enjoy your Tuesday to its fullest. Radio station, Motormouth Mall, you West Coast beast. Dropping a hammer from time to time. They got all the way down.
And that's a Roger. Well said. Well said. Well said. Okay, shut this guy. I got this right here. Got this press water gate off, and when I flip it off, I flip it on just that quick. So it go from one to another. But we're going to cut this cow off. It's 4 hours even. It's 4 hours, point so many seconds. Probably bring it on about with the way 45. I'm not going to let it go 4 hours and 1 minute. Because I'm looking at it as I talk right now. I've been talking for about 40 seconds right now. So I'm going to go ahead and unkey this cow. That way it can cut off before the 4 hour and 1 minute mark. And I can start a new one. Hey, Motormouth Mall, take care. Have a fine one. David T. Walker, downtown Rich Valley, San Paulo. Watergate number 1, going on.
Fortune there. Take care, 73s. And appreciate what you're doing out there in the world of sound. David T. Walker, have a good day. We'll catch you another time, another way. Motormouth Mall, shutting this thing back on the quiet side, listening to see what Mother Nature's going to do next. Bye. Bye-bye-bye.
In the mouth. Hey, Green Machine, check your audio. Check your audio. You got too much echo.
Yeah, 10 around your doc. Real good copy, man. Can't make you smoking out here in the Grand Bahamas. All right, man. Take care of mama.
You got too much echo.
That's it with you, man. And again, Cotton Breaker, thank you. Thank you. You are the reason I can talk out here. Rich Doctor. Take care. Mr. Golden Numbers back quiet, I see.
Now, Golden Numbers, I have a question. You keep saying that. You keep saying that Witch Doctor is the reason you can talk out here. What kind of voodoo is he doing over there? What kind of magic is he doing that's giving you all that Mother Nature they're bringing?
He's the one that sent me the Palomar 300. Hey, John, he sent me this Palomar 300 and say, whenever you finish with it, just send it back. 410.
What a great guy. What a great operator. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Well, that's cool. Awesome. All right, good deal. Well, I didn't know that, and now I do. And, man, my hat's off to him, and I'm glad you're working that 300 issued to you by a Witch Doctor. And very, very cool stuff right there right now. No doubt about that. That's what this hobby is about, It's not all about just the getting 10-8. It's getting helped along the way. And there are a lot of people, a lot of different ways doing some helping. And it's appreciative of Witch Doctor doing out there for you. Ain't no doubt about that. Mr. Golden Numbers around the Bahamas. Motormouth Mall, well, you sounded real good. That little driver is working. I got down.
He don't mind me telling it. Hey, John, he don't mind me telling it, but that's the truth. All right, man, I'm going to get some lunch. Hey, do this for me, man. Hey, David T. Walker, I appreciate his water gates. Because for years, we couldn't get any water gates out of San Paulo. Hey, Mortimer, you know this. For years, we couldn't get no water gates out of San Paulo, man. So tell David T. Walker, I, Mr. Golden Numbers, appreciate what he's been doing with the water gates. I see.
I'm pretty sure he's still listening. So David T. Walker, Golden Numbers, says for years, for a long time, they haven't been able to get any good water gates coming out of the sand pile. And he says he appreciates what you do, and he appreciates the gates that you're running coming out of the sand pile. That's from 711, Mr. Golden Numbers, Sir David T. Walker. And he said that he really enjoys and appreciates the gates that you're putting up out there from the sand pile. Motormouth Mall. I hope you heard that. I got down right there, breaker.
Hey, guys, I can't understand you, man. You know you can't talk in
Oh, boy. I got 147. 147 yelling up at his radio at me again. He's not yelling at me. He's talking to somebody else, but he's all up in my radio. 147 is getting stronger.
His beam, he has no rotor, and his beam is pointed north from Jamaica. He has no rotor, and his beam is pointed north. Just a little tidbit of information, Mortimer, I see. What?
Well, that explains a lot. Mr. Golden Numbers, that explains a lot. I appreciate that. I knew there was a reason why he wasn't ever talking out west. He always talking up north, northeast corner and all that stuff of the U.S., and he's got a beam with no rotor, and it pointed north. Okay, from Jamaica. So that's why he doesn't really talk out this way much. You know, I can't say maybe once. I don't specifically remember it, though. I can't say that I've ever talked to him, Different.
Yeah, about 10. Remember now, he used to live in New York for many years. He was bad. He was nasty up there in New York for many years. So he has a lot of friends up that way, you see? His brother is Brown Shoes. I know if you ever talked to Brown Shoes Mobile, he and 147 is brothers. So just a little tidbit of information to you, Motormouth, I see.
Oh, 10-4 Brown Shoes. Yeah, I talked to Brown Shoes. I didn't know they were brothers. Okay. So I didn't even know 147 come out of New York. I thought he was always down there in Jamaica. And so he came from that area, so he knows a lot of people up in there. So he likes to talk to who he knows, not necessarily who's in his radio. Whoop, I didn't say that. That would be bad. That would be bad politics. Hey, Numbers, I'm sorry about that.
10-7. Bye. I'm 10-7. I was not in this conversation because what you just said, thousands of people out here heard that. You on your own, Motormouth. I'm 10-7. Bye.
No. Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that.
Hey, 2020, you got conditions, man. You sound good in the Bahamas. You got beautiful audio. But Motormouth Mall got 55 dBs in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm just letting you know. 2020, take care. Golden Numbers going to lunch.
Tell 2020 I did say hello. And we get back on the quiet side. I ain't gonna be a channel hog. I've been accused of being a channel hog a time or two, but I ain't gonna do it right now. All right, there, Golden Numbers. Take care of 7-3s. Motormouth Mall 7. I got time.
Neighbor that you can talk to, that you can local talk at any time, Triple M. Who's your closest neighbor? Hey, I
2020 is up in the Paso Robles. He's up there. We can ground wave all the time, and he's 60 miles away. Witch Doctor and those guys over there, Fresno, Lemoore, Squeaker. I can talk to them sometimes, not all the time. I can talk to 63 Ground Wave, 100 miles away, 120 miles away in Bakersfield. I can talk to Kingpin over there in Ventura. Real good. He's down to about 85 miles away. No problem. But near neighbors, who am I missing? I guess that's it, really. I mean, I've got some small stations here in Santa Maria. They do pretty good, but they're not competitive on the bowl. You got Jelly Belly, Grandpa Jones, Copperhead, stations like that, but they're all significantly smaller and not as competitive.
Yeah, folks, yeah. But ain't Copperhead got a mountain in front of him looking east? I thought that was his problem to break.
No. Copperhead is in Arroyo Grande. He's about 15 miles north of me. We're both right along the coast here. And the mountain range that we have looking east is, from me, it's about 10 or 12 miles to the mountain range. And from him, it's probably about, 18 or 20 or 15 miles, 18 miles to the mountain range. But, no, and he's up on the mesa. He's up on the, he's got more altitude than I do. I'm at about 600 feet above sea level overlooking the Santa Maria Valley, and he's up on the Nipomo Mesa. I don't know what his altitude is, but everything from around him drops off. So he's up in a great spot.
Yeah, okay. Hey, if I give you $300, would you give 63 some more airtime? I mean, I just want to know, if I sent you $300 US, would you give 63 some more airtime, Motor Mouth Big Break?
Absolutely. I'll give him, but you got to specify a time slot. See, I was going to do the GoFundMe site so people can pay me, say $4 a minute, for example, to stay off the air. But then it occurred to me that, if there's 24 hours in a day, and let's say you got 8 hours spent sleeping, so, you got a little bit of time in the day where Mother Nature could be theoretically working, but then you've got the sunset, the time during the day, so say from about 6 o'clock until 4:30 or 5 o'clock at night, you got to take a time slot and figure out, is that $300 going to keep me off the air from 12 noon to 1 o'clock, or is it going to keep me off the air? What time slot? But I would certainly agree to that, the break. I would, because see, that kills 3 birds with 1 stone. It gives him some airtime. It gives me some off-air time, which saves me electrical bills, big money. And it puts money in my pocket. So I'd say that's a win-win-win there, Break.
Hey, man, I hear a bunch of people calling me. I can't hear y'all, man. Motor Mouth Mall got a jackhammer out here in the Bahamas. Motor Mouth, you got me on the damn floor. I'm just sitting by.
10-4. No, man, I tell you what, I've been trying to be good. Hey, go with the numbers. Really, I've been trying to be good. Out of the goodness of my own heart, I keep my keys a little shorter, and I haven't been out there as long. I've been spending more time doing some work over here in the shop, cleaning stuff up and getting rid of this critical mess situation. I got a critical mess over here. I worked my way into a doggone corner, more or less. So I've been trying to be a better beast, a more polite beast. But if they want to pay me, of course, that would certainly go a little farther. Go to the numbers. Take care. Have a good day. Like I said, I don't want to be a channel hog, but I do appreciate getting up in your radio from time to time. Always a pleasure with the double measure. Golden numbers in the Bahamas, Motor Mouth Mall, working this great big old thing out here, right now. I got down, break.
I hear somebody say 711 way back there, man. Motormouth Mall is peaking 55 dBs in the Grand Bahamas. I'm 90 miles straight line east of West Palm Beach, Florida. And Motormouth Mall is peaking 55 dBs on the 6KCY ICOM receiver. Sure is. Hey, but Motormouth, I heard Prime Minister, he called my name one time. And then David T. Walker them cut my radio off, man. But Prime was out there a little earlier today doing his thing. I heard Crack Carter call me, but he didn't have no condition. All right, let me get out of here. I'm going to get some lunch. Enjoyed it as always. Motormouth Mall, Mr. Golden Number Tessa.
Yeah, 10-4. I heard that there were some conditions up around the northwest corner. I was in the house. I hadn't quite got up yet. I was still kicking back. I was getting the coffee made and getting my eyes propped open and all that kind of stuff there. And I logged into the internet and I looked at Worldwide 75 video gates, and I could hear somebody briefly made a comment about the northwest corner fighting somebody somewhere. So I didn't know who was out there, but I knew that there were some conditions up around the northwest corner, and Prime was out there, and I'll tell you what, I wish we had some more conditions like that. I'll have to wait my turn and see what Mother Nature does, but always fun to hear that kind of stuff out there. And Crack Carter, I told Reverend Dr. 455, man, he's crazier than a three-winged bat. I got to talk to Clarence yesterday for a bit. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, I'll get out of here and read the mail for a skosh. Take care and have a great day out there. Hey, Mr. Golden Numbers around the Bahamas. Motormouth Mall trying to roll up in there one more time. I'm going to take a standby.
Carter, when he went down to New Orleans, he brought back a bluegill. Hey, Motormouth, listen to what I'm telling you. Clarence C. Carter up there in Madison, west of everybody, near Vancouver. He brought himself back a bluegill until Prime finishes his piece. I'm telling all the secrets today. Yes, sir. But he didn't have the condition, man. But I'll tell you who the only person that's matching what you doing right now was Machete. Now, Machete had a big-ass ham out there. Didn't nobody key on him. Not coming to the Bahamas there.
Yeah, no, I know Machete a bad man. He a bad man. I just, my only question for Machete is, I want to know what he's going to do with that little yellow car when he's done with it. He can just park it on my driveway. I want the little yellow car. He can keep the big box. I want the little yellow car. And the Clarence, you say he went down to New Orleans. He came home with a bluegill. When he's done with it, is it going to be like a catch and release kind of a thing? Hey, is that going to be kind of like a catch and release? When he's done with it, is he going to put it back in the water? Or what's he going to do? Is he going to eat it? What's he going to do with the bluegill, the break? It must be like a catch and release kind of a thing when he's done with it. but yeah, I know. I'm sure Prime is working on something for him right now to try to get him 10-8 because he needs all the help he can get, the break.
Hello, dude. Yeah, good time, County, Polk County. That don't make a stop jump. Nice out there in King, new kid.
Well, you on lunch break? Hey, 12, you on lunch break or something there, break?
12? Where did 12 come from, the break?
I don't know. See, he been reading the mail, and he got impatient. But his last key, he fell down about 20 pounds. You still hanging 55 dB there, break.
They call me Mr. Consistent for a reason. Hey, Golden Numbers, they call me Mr. Consistent for a reason, the break.
I hear him back there. I can't tell you what he's saying. Hey, Motormouth, you said they call you Mr. Consistent. Boy, you got a mall out here. Hey, 12, you got to do something, Captain. If you going to compete with Motormouth Mall, 12, that bite.
Competing, that's a real strong word. He got to get more than the Kraken to get up in there and the creek. He got to go talk to his tech. He got to go talk to his tech because he needs a little bit more than what he's got to get up over this, sir.
Man, you almost 60 dB, Motormouth. This don't make no sense. What the hell you done did over there today?
I keep telling people what I do, but it doesn't equate with what they want to do on their end, you know. So I keep it a secret now. I just figure all this stuff about feed point, paying attention to the antenna's feed point. You know, there's a lot of people that pay a lot of attention to the specs of the antenna. You know, the spacing and the gain and the element length and all that, you know. But they don't pay enough attention to the feed point. And you got to work the feed point of an antenna to make it work, the break.
Because that is the point, that is the most important point, because it is where the power is delivered to the load. But you know what, Mortimer? I'm impressed with how you're able to achieve forward gain and still be broadbanded, man. That's impressive there, Blake.
But I don't really achieve big forward gain. My antenna is only 12.3 dB gain. And I don't say that to everybody, and a lot of people ask me what the gain of my antenna is, and I tell them sometimes. But most times I don't say anything. Now, I guess I just done said it on open forum here, but my antenna gain is only 12.3 dB gain. And that's why I'm able to be broadbanded. That's why I can go all over the place. But, that being said, it's the attention to the feed point where the power is fed into the load. And radiation resistance and all is much, much more important than SWR or gain or any of that stuff. So there's more to meets the eye to the antenna, but attention to the detail at the feed point is all important to break. That's what the secret really is to break. And I don't know how to go into it too much more, but that's what the secret is.
What happened, Motormouth, is in the CB world, a big deal is made of SWR. And I keep trying to tell my brothers and sisters that SWR is simply a ratio of the feed line impedance to the load impedance. That's all that is. What you should be concerned about is reflected power, because anything reflected at the feed point of the antenna means that it's taking away from the effective radiated power coming off that antenna. What you think?
That's true as well, absolutely. And SWR, remember, SWR just doesn't mean a doggone thing. All the SWR means is that the transmitter is happy looking into the load. The transmitter is happy. But that does SWR has no place in the conversation of the performance of an antenna. The broader the antenna, the less gain. So, of course, if you have SWR that's 1-to-1 across the band, that probably indicates that you've got a dummy load. Dummy loads have good SWR, but they don't radiate very well. They're very poor radiators. So it goes to show that SWR in and of itself means absolutely nothing. In the hams back in the day, they were doing NFED, ZEPs, and this and that and everything else. Guess what? They had 30-to-1 SWR. They talked around the world. It has to do with the antenna and the antenna's performance. And only that because we use 50-ohm coax, that the antenna and the coax and the transmitter want to see a nice match. And that match, because it's a 50-ohm coax, is only going to be good when the 50-ohm coax is terminated into a 50-ohm non-reactive load. And so, yeah, SWR doesn't mean a doggone thing. It's nice to see reflected power come down low, too. But remember, again, the whole system, depending on how it's tuned, reflected power being low still doesn't mean that the coax isn't radiating. It still doesn't mean that the antenna is radiating full power. So even reflected power by itself doesn't mean that much to radiate.
Wow, boy, you telling it? Hey, Motor Mouth, right quick. So you do not agree that a quarter wave stub creates a 180-degree phase shift to cancel common mode? Why did you say a half wave? Why did you say a half wave over a quarter wave for the 180-degree phase shift up right?
Well, if the relative distance between the stub, the quarter wave stub being a single line, not a parallel piece of 50 ohm feed line. Now, a quarter wave stub may be different if it's a 50 ohm feed line because it's a coaxial 50 ohm, it's a stub made of coax. But if the stub that we're talking about is a free space resonant line that's, say, anywhere from a half an inch to an inch and a half or whatever the diameter is, coming from the feed point back to ground, and it's not in a 50 ohm environment, then it is a quarter wavelength radiator that is grounded at a point. And it doesn't matter if that ground is the ground on the shield of the coax or the boom or the tower, as long as it's grounded. So therefore, it's a 90-degree stub. It's a 90-degree length. But if you look at it artistically, if you look at it on paper artistically, then of course, if you look from the feed point over to the 90-degree stub, which is a quarter wavelength long, back to ground, and then look at the length from the ground back to the feed point ground, that is a 180-degree total round trip. But that's not what the stub is referencing to. The stub is referencing to ground, period, not ground specifically at the feed point. Does that make sense?
They know that, Doc. They only trying to make people pass bogus fast. That's how they do, make people pass bogus fast. They can't stand.
Relative ground.
I'm almost finished with my other station. I'll probably put my beam up next week, the new beam, the fall.
8711, I believe 147 got his conditions back. He's all up in here again, and I don't know what happened. Hey, Mr. Golden Numbers, Motor Mouth Mall stepping right there, right now. I got down.
Motor Mouth Mall, Mr. Golden Numbers, I lost you in condition. I see you.
Mr. Golden Numbers, yeah, we'll carry this on again later on. We'll do it again before too long. Mother Nature dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping, so 73s. Golden Numbers, Motor Mouth Mall stepping. I've had my fun. I've been out here long enough. I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down and get back to work over here on this end. 73s, Mr. Golden Numbers, around the Bahamas. Motor Mouth Mall working this thing right here, right now. I got down breaker. I did hear the no contact on Motor Mouth Mall. Somebody's back quiet. I heard you, but I didn't make it all out. I mean, I made it all out. I don't know who it is, sir. I didn't get to 28.
No contact, Motor Mouth Mall. I'm back quiet. I'm gone.
Well, you said it twice. You really should say who you are. Who is that saying no contact on Motor Mouth Mall? I hear you, but I can't figure out who it is.
Good evening, West Coast Peace. Good evening, West Coast Peace with no key down time. I'm gone.
Okay, well, I guess they hear me, but they can't identify themselves. So I'll play it back. That way you know I heard you. You don't have to identify yourself. Let me just do it this way right here. I think we'll figure it out like this.
No contact, Motor Mouth Mall. I'm back quiet. I'm gone. Good evening, West Coast Peace. Good evening, West Coast Peace with no key down time. I'm gone. For nobody. If I got that car, I ain't got to pay for this. No contact, Motor Mouth Mall. I'm back quiet.
So I don't know who that is. Sorry about that. I should know, but I don't. But you made several attempts to contact me, but no 28, so I don't know who that is. Let me get my knees up in the breeze. Motor Mouth Mall stepping. I got down.
Motor Mouth Mall take care, man. You're still sounding good. Motor Mall, I'm back quiet.
Bye. You have a good day. And I'm going to shut this mess down. I've been out here now for, doggone, I guess I've been out here for about 50 minutes. That's enough. I'm going to get out of here. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Them boys screaming up here on the west side. Saying you so long-winded, you would not be finished. They tired of waiting.
Well, I'm sorry they're tired of waiting. They can always go find something else to do their break.
It is your fault, man. You paid the cost to be the boss, then, ain't it?
That certainly is true. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And I don't think I paid enough yet there, but I'm working at it.
So long. Thank you, Motor Mall. 925, pretty boy, back quiet.
Or did the pretty boy Floyd 925 take care of 73s? Motormouth Mall cruising this thing. One fat what at a time. I got done.
Motor Mall, man. I mean not to tell you my 28, man. I just played with you for a while. I'm back to the rig bench, Motor Mall, pretty boy, gal.
Listen, don't work too hard. Hey, pretty boy, don't work too hard. Motormouth, you know, that brings, working too hard brings wrinkles. Then you won't be so pretty to break.
Oh, Dan, I'm trying to cross you off in some stuff, so I'm going to sit back and do that, man. I'm doing some paperwork, a little bit of technical work, but paperwork more than technical work. Motor Mall, pretty boy, gal.
410, I'll see ya. Bye.
Bye, Motor Mall. Tell numbers I say hello, man. I was reading the mail on y'all for a while. I'm gone.
Chadford. Hey, numbers, if you can hear, if you still have any kind of conditions, pretty boy Floyd said hello to you. You've been reading the mail for a little while there, and you said hello and good day to you. They're Mr. Golden Numbers. Motormouth Mall stepping, I got done.